Just off the Texas coast sits a unique beach town marked with salty vibes and sun-soaked memories, Port Aransas. It's a place where family traditions unfold naturally, and beauty lies both in island views and the unhurried moments between adventures. One visit and you'll see why generations of Texans have anchored their traditions to the island life. Start your new favorite family tradition in Port Aransas, Texas. Head to visitportaransas.com and plan your trip to Houston's beach. The largest pop culture festival in Texas is back at the George R. Brown Convention Center from June 20th to June 22nd, Comic Palooza. And there is so much to do at Comic Palooza, so dress up as your favorite character. I'll probably be in a Batman costume, and check out the different exhibitors on the show floor, stop by the Okashi Japanese arcade area, or visit one of the many celebrity panels. Get your tickets now at comicpalooza.com/CityCastHouston. Today on CityCast Houston, I have some beef with Texas Monthly's top 50 barbecue list. And could sitting inside a fast food restaurant be a thing of the past? Let's talk some food with Cron.com's food reporter, Erica Cheng. And stay tuned, because at the end of this interview, I have a conversation sponsored by Contemporary Arts Museum Houston about their new exhibition that has so many people talking, plus a tip for a big event there this weekend. It's Wednesday, June 4th. I'm Raheel Ramzanali, and here's what Houston's talking about. All right, Erica, one of the most important lists of the year in the Texas food scene is out, the Texas Monthly Top 50 Barbecue List. And every year, Barbecue Snob, as he's known, and the barbecue columnist for Texas Monthly, Daniel Vaughn, put out his big list that literally changes lives and businesses, the Top 50 Barbecue List. 8 Houston area barbecue joints made the list, including Truth Barbecue coming in at number 9. And we're going to get to the rest of the list as well. But Erica, are you ready for my beef with this list?
Yes, lay it out for me, Raheel. Let me know what beef you got with beef.
Okay. Not only does he put out the top 50 list, but now he puts out a honorable mentions list. 50 honorable mentions. Okay, I hate it when awards do this, Erica. I can't stand it. Like, shout out to the honorable mentions, places like Feegis Barbecue, which, Patrick Feegis has been on with us. He's a friend.
Mm-hmm.
Gatlin's made the list. J-Bar M made the list, and so many others. But I hate it when awards do this. Like, it just, to me, we got to stop doing that. Like, give me the top 50, and that's it. Let's go.
Yeah, no, I agree. The honorable mentions, to me, at times I'm like, this is salt in the wound. Like,
yeah, that's a great point.
I think that's absolutely nuts, because a couple of them on the list, Blood Bros Barbecue specifically, they're Michelin recommended. How are they not making your Texas Monthly list? What is that about?
Yeah, shout out to them for making the honorable mentions list. But yeah, that one is a whole different discussion, because I think Blood Brothers should have been a top 50 barbecue restaurant, period, in Texas. Just the way they're doing things. Even, Patrick Feegis and Feegis Barbecue, like, you can make a case for him. Mm-hmm. So I get it, but man, this honorable mention stuff, I can't do anymore. Like, just give me the 50 best. And here's the other thing. Barbecue in general now, it is not accessible for everyone. There was a time when barbecue was for the everyday man. Like, you could go get a sandwich for $7. And I get it. Like, it is expensive. Brisket is the marquee thing in Texas barbecue. That is what we're known for. But it has gotten so expensive, Erica, that I'm looking at this list, and of the 8 Houston area barbecue joints that made the list, I'm like, I have to go there for a big celebration meal. I can't just go eat there because it's so expensive.
Yeah, barbecue has just been crazy. I've seen people spend like almost $100 on a tray that can't even feed 2 people, right? Like, I think that's insane. And especially we have to talk about this. I think this is absolutely something that we have to talk about. Black tradition and barbecue, specifically in Houston. I'm thinking burnt ends. These were very affordable. I'm thinking like the rib ends too. All these affordable cuts of meat. Why is it that they cost so much? What is that about? What is happening?
Yeah, it's so expensive. It's so expensive. And we've had Patrick Feegis explain this to us. Like, the cost of the brisket has gone up. The cost of meat has gone up. The cost of everything has gone up. So I understand. But then the way they're doing the barbecue now at these really top joints, it takes a lot of manpower. It takes a lot of time as well. So you have to account for that. Then you have to account for the restaurant side of things and the
Yeah.
bills that come with that. So I get it, but it's too expensive. It's
It's
frustrating. Like I want to go to these places and it's hard.
It is. It's so difficult. And I did a story about this a long time ago, I think when I first started at Cron, about like, I don't want to call them cost cutting measures, but cost effectiveness measures at
Mhm.
barbecue places. And there are a handful of things that they do that really stretch the value for the consumer. One of which, of course, is that barbecue baked potato. That thing is a value all the time, and they know
Yes.
it. It's so good. And then, like, if you go places like Blood Bros, the sandwich, like smoked turkey bun me's, a lot of that is cost cutting because you're not paying for a pound of meat. You're not paying for sides. You're paying for a grab and go thing. And it's delicious and it's great. I get that it's not barbecue, but controversial hot take coming here to
Uh-oh,
match
here hold
yours.
on. We usually do our hot takes at the end, our check please, but you want to do it right now. Give me your hot take regarding barbecue.
Okay, so my biggest hot take is that it has become about the sides for me and not the smoked meats. And I know all of y'all are gonna say in the Instagram comments that I'm crazy and whatever. But think about this. Think about this. Think about this. Because years ago, before the Texas Monthly Barbecue, and like, when it was just starting up and stuff, what were the barbecue options in town that were readily accessible aside from like, places like Burns and Gatlin's and all that place? It was like Rudy's Barbecue, right?
Mhm.
Like I used to eat at Rudy's Barbecue as a kid and I was like, yeah, this is solid. No, it's
Yo,
not.
hold on. I'll fight you on this one. Rudy still slaps. Okay, that cream
Okay.
corn is really good for what it is. It's not a craft barbecue joint, but that brisket still hits hard. Like you just got to tell them to get you the outside cut. You tell them
Yeah.
here's what you tell them: moist outside. Okay, so you get like a
Okay.
little burnt edge on it. You get the tenderness. You get the juicy meat. You just got to tell them which cut you want. It still
Okay.
slaps. Okay, for what it
Okay.
is.
All right. For what it is, yeah, when I'm in the middle of nowhere and I want to get gas and brisket, yeah, I'll stop there. But I haven't done that in a long time. And I think this really shows how much we've evolved as like not only a barbecue city, but as a
Hmm.
state, as a culture, because we have so many good options for smoked meats. And at this point, I don't think like craftsmanship is or like chefiness is the appeal, right? I don't think people are wondering, can you smoke a good brisket? The answer is yeah, a lot of people can smoke a good brisket.
Oh, that's a great point.
Yeah. Okay, I'm not gonna say it's not hard. I'm saying there are a lot of very talented people in our city. I don't know how to smoke a brisket. Y'all better than me for real. My bad. But when it comes to eating out at these craft barbecue places, I think what really sets people apart are the sides. And I am so sorry that I say that. That's really controversial.
No, no, no. It's really not. I'm with you on this one. You and I usually don't agree too much on like hot takes, but I'm agreeing on this one because we went to Truth Barbecue, which was the number 9 barbecue joint in all of Texas, Erica. Look, that's it, number 9. It's right
Hmm.
here in Houston.
Hmm.
And you know what I remember from it? The tater tot casserole. I don't remember the brisket. I don't remember the turkey. I remember the tater tot casserole. And that was so damn good.
For sure. And like I think what we're saying is we're spoiled, right? For sure.
Hmm.
I remember people used to line up outside of Franklin's a couple years ago up in Austin. I'm sure people still do, right? But for me, I am like, okay, I know that most places are going to have good meat. I want like some sides to like boom, take it over the top.
Yeah.
However, let me tell you something. I have family up in Toronto. I've had Texas barbecue in Toronto. That is depressing. It is so depressing and they can't even get the sides right and it's like I will let them have it. It's okay. But if I am landing in IAH and the barbecue that I want a really good side. We already know
I'm
the
with
sauce
you.
is going to be great. Brisket's great. I want a cool side.
I want a good side. I want something memorable. And by the way, speaking of memorable, the other places that made the list, I want to go through this real quickly. Brisket and Rice, which is getting so much love and so fantastic. That's awesome that they made this list.
Hmm.
Pinkerton's Barbecue, Corkscrew, which has been consistently making a lot of lists. Rosemeyer Barbecue, which I haven't heard of. Shout out to them for making the top 50 list. I know,
You're
Erica, I haven't
kidding.
heard of them.
Dude, oh my gosh, they were Michelin recommended last year.
Oh, gotcha. I missed that. I missed that. I
Yeah,
need to go check them out. When I get to celebrate something, I'm going to go there and drop $200.
let's go.
LJ's Barbecue also made the list in Brenham. And then in Montgomery, two restaurants, Bar A Barbecue and Jennings and Company Barbecue, made the top 50 list. So shout out to them. That is so cool. And of course, Truth Barbecue, as we talked about as well. And the honorable mentions, I've linked that in our show notes if you want to see the entire list of the top 50 and then the top 50 honorable mentions as well. So why not just make it 100? Why not just do a top 100 restaurants, Erica? Why not? Just do that.
Let's put everybody's restaurant on the list. Let's do that.
Yeah.
They'll weed themselves out. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay, let's go from barbecue to something a little bit more accessible, fast food. I love fast food, and one of my favorites is Chick-fil-A, and they announced that they're about to open a drive-through only Chick-fil-A on Washington Avenue. And Erica, you covered this. This means no dine-in at all. There might be some outdoor patio sitting that you can hang out and eat at, but this is it. Like, get your food and get your ass home. We are
Yeah.
done with you. That's what they're saying. Now, they do have two other locations like this, right, around Houston.
Yes, they do. I've definitely seen one in the Missouri City area. I've seen them around town. I don't often go to them. Let's be real. I mean, I do for a good quick week or weekend lunch. I will pop by. But the appeal of a drive-through only restaurant to me, I find it just nothing.
Nothing? Why?
Nothing.
You want to sit
I don't
inside?
know. Yeah, I mean, okay, I would like the option to be able to sit inside.
Okay, pause. I'm going to put you on the spot here. When was the last time you sat inside a fast food restaurant to eat?
Okay, that's a great point.
Boom.
Yeah, okay, I can't recall right now. You're right. You're right. You're right. You got me. You got me. When was the last time you sat inside one? Hold on.
Hey, if you have kids, I get it. My wife takes our daughters to Chick-fil-A and just let them play and sit in there, and like it becomes an hour, okay, and which is great. I normally don't go with them. You know why? I hate sitting inside fast food restaurants. It just makes
Okay,
me
yeah.
sad for some reason. Like, I want my food. I want to eat it in peace at home. I don't want kids yelling at me. I don't want people all the time coming up to me asking like, "Hey, is everything good? You want more? Cool, my pleasure. My pleasure." I know that I feel bad. Like, I just want to go home and eat.
You hate being treated nicely. That's crazy, bro. That's
No, that I feel
nuts.
bad. It's not I hate it. I feel bad. Like when the kid who works at Chick-fil-A is coming up to me for the 8th time and I'm asking him to refill my lemonade because it's so good. I
Yeah.
feel bad.
Okay, I have slight beef with Chick-fil-A, and this is just like me getting older. But when I realized that I was way older than the employees that worked there, and one of them called me ma'am, I like would not go back to
Ooh. Oh,
Chick-fil-A.
yeah.
I would not go back. And okay, that being said, I get that this Chick-fil-A is supposed to be convenient, but we have to talk about the neighborhood. That intersection of Washington and Yale, it's incredibly busy.
Oh, great point. Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks to be down there, right? Okay, respectfully, no, that neighborhood is great. But if you put a drive-through Chick-fil-A in there, that line is gonna go insane. And we
Yeah.
already know it. And we know that, like, okay, yes, fast food restaurants are really convenient. People go there a lot. Chick-fil-A is one of the top ones to go to if you're eating. But what is the impact on local restaurants too? What is the impact on the neighborhood?
Mm.
There have been a couple times I've been talking to restaurants in Houston, one of which, Bubba's Burger Shack, under the highway, if you've ever been.
Oh, yeah. Under West Park, right there off of
Mhm.
59 and Chimney Rock, just like an exit away from Chimney Rock right there. Yeah.
Yes, right next to the Micro Center. I was talking to that owner once, and she was like, "That Chick-fil-A is really killing our business." And I
Mhm.
think, like, all these interesting points that we haven't talked about.
Is it just taking away all the business from Bubba? Is that what the big deal is with like killing local restaurants?
That's what she had said about the Bubba's Burger Shack location
Mhm.
and the Chick-fil-A across the street. And hey, I kind of have to give it to her. She was very honest and upfront about it. She was like, "What is Chick-fil-A offering that like how do we compete?" Right? And I
Yeah.
was like, "Okay, she's right. It's my pleasure. People love that. The people love the mobile ordering. People love all this stuff. And even though you're going to sit in line at a drive-through only Chick-fil-A, people will do it. It will take less than 5 minutes."
Yeah, that's it right there. It's a convenient factor, right? 5 minutes. And, thinking of other factors as well, I was talking to producer Carleon Jones about this, and she brought up an interesting point. If more fast food restaurants just go to drive through only, how is that going to impact jobs? right? Are you going to start hiring less people, or could it be that they're hiring just the same amount of people because you're turning out and churning out more customers? So you have more back end staff working there. So that's something that, is kind of up in the air about like what will happen, because if this becomes successful and this becomes the norm, everyone's going to do it.
Oh, 100%.
Right? Because fast food restaurants outside of kids, like who else is sitting there and eating inside a fast food restaurant? I'm not sure.
Office crowds, lunch people, I guess. I don't know. You raise a really good point. How needed is that indoor seating?
Mm-hmm.
I think pre-COVID it was very necessary and people liked it a little more. But you have a good point. Okay, also this is a mini hot take, but I cannot get with like influencers eating in their cars. It really like scares me. But I've noticed
I hate it. It's so disgusting. Like I'm just thinking your car must smell so bad. Right. And we're talking about these food influencers who will do quick reviews and just eat in their car. I've seen guys eat agas, which is South Asian food. And I know my people, it smells delicious, but I don't want my car smelling like that for a month.
Okay, let me tell you something. This is a trauma story from Erica Cheng herself. I had a hard day one day. I was eating a chicken tikka masala taco from Velvet Taco. I think I want to try it. I flipped that thing upside down as I was sitting in the car. I don't know why I did that. And I've been turned off ever since. I'm so sorry. I can't do it.
Yeah, I'd be like that too. Oh man, that would be hard. That would be hard. Your whole car is messed up now. That's it. Like,
dude, I'm picking
basmati
rice out of my like cup holder every so often. I don't know how to I don't know what to do about that.
Okay, so this is going to be an interesting trend to follow and see if more restaurants start doing this, or is this more of like a Chick-Fil-A thing, because they're really good at this, right? Like they're good at churning out customers. They're really good at getting people in and out. So could this be something that only Chick-fil-A can pull off? Or is this something that's going to start happening across the fast food industry? We're going to be watching that and definitely talk about it as we progress as a society where we don't want to be bothered by anybody like me. I just want my food.
Okay, Raheel, I'm about to flip it over on you. What local restaurant do you think should go drive-through only?
Ooh. Okay, Erica, you stumped me. This is a really good one. So my favorite restaurant is Aga's, but they're really fast. Like as soon as you order, it's done. You go pick it up, you go in, out, you're done. I would go Tex-Mex. Anything Tex-Mex. I'm trying to think, like if there was a drive-through only Ninfa's in my area, I would be there all the time.
Interesting.
Yeah, I would do that, but it would only be for like if I want a burrito or if I want a torta. But even that, I already have food trucks for that, and I have taco trucks. So I don't know. I'm not sure, because if I go to a Tex-Mex restaurant, I want to sit and eat. It's not fast food.
It's not. You get a margarita, you get the chips and guac, you chill out, you got a good time, right? Okay, bold, and I think this would work, and it kind of sort of has worked. I want Vietnamese food in a drive-through only setting. And I know a lot of y'all out there are going to be like Saigon Hustle. That's not what I mean. I want the pho with the number, like a pho 21 or pho 45, to be drive-through only. I want the experience to be, this lady thinks I'm a nuisance. She throws the banh mi at me. She tells me if I buy 5, I get 1 for free. And boom, boom, boom. I spend maximum $20. That's what I want.
Okay, but you can't do pho in a drive-through, because there used to be a Vietnamese restaurant next to our house that did drive-through, and I hated it because I want to sit there and enjoy the pho, and I want to add more stuff in, and I don't want to put the broth into the beef at home. But with the banh mi, I'm with you.
Yes.
Here's your pro tip. Okay, you go to Parisian Bakery, which you and I have talked about. It's one of my favorite places. It's an OG place that supplies bread for a lot of restaurants that make delicious banh mi's. You call them ahead of time, tell them, hey, I want 6 sandwiches. They'll have it ready in 5 minutes. And if you go to that Gessner location and you pay in cash, she'll even hook you up. You might not even have to pay tax. I don't know. Hey, don't snitch. Don't snitch. They're going to hook you up a little bit.
Keep it cool.
Yeah, we're going to keep it cool.
Dude, that is one of the most treasured things about Vietnamese restaurants in Houston. I love that. Where else are you going to be able to buy 5 sandwiches and get a free one and have it done quickly? Quickly.
It's so true. Music is one of my favorite things in the world, and on June 21st, we're celebrating Make Music Day in the Arts District. This global celebration is a great way to bring the whole family out to enjoy live music with local musicians right off Washington Avenue in the Arts District. Local Arts District businesses, artists, and community partners are coming together to make this an unforgettable annual event. And here's the best part, it's free. There's going to be free musical performances the whole family can enjoy. Join the global celebration of music in Arts District Houston on June 21st. If you're a local musician or venue, register to participate at makemusicday.org/Houston, and be sure to follow them on Instagram to find a musical performance near you at Arts District HOU. Again, all events are free and open to the public, so come ready to enjoy live music on Make Music Day. I know we're all thinking about things to do this summer, and a place you need to put on your list is the Contemporary Arts Museum Houston, aka CAM. Located in the Museum District, CAM is one of my favorites because it's great for kids and adults, and it's free. Their current exhibit is one you don't want to miss. It's called Out of Stock, and get this, it was created and curated by Houston area teenagers through CAM's 14th Teen Council. I was blown away by all of the incredible art that hits on themes of consumerism, identity, and more. And this weekend, CAM is celebrating the 25th anniversary of the Teen Council program with a 2-day anniversary bash that includes a fashion show, clothes swap, hands-on art making, live music, and more. This event is for all ages, from teens to families, and it's free. Learn more and register for the event at camh.org. All right, Erica, one of my favorite things when we have you on is finding out what's the best thing you ate in the last month. So tell me, Erica, what is the best thing you ate in the last month? Go.
Okay, this is going to be a sleeper hit. Shout out to all my Chinese people out there. This is going to be a sleeper hit for everybody that's not Chinese, okay, which is a lot of the population. But this month in a lot of Chinese countries and Chinese cultures is the Dragon Boat Festival. And there is one thing that we always eat, and I don't really know how to say it in English, but it's called a zong or a zongzi if you're speaking Mandarin. And this has been translated to Chinese tamales for me because, yeah, I see your face.
Okay,
I see your
Chinese tamales.
Chinese tamales. Okay, the concept is like, you take a bunch of sticky rice, right? That's your base layer. We can consider that the masa in this. And you put a variety of stuff in it. You can have sweet and salty zong. Salty ones usually have like a salty meat in the middle, a salted duck egg, mung beans around it, maybe. It depends. It really depends. It's regional. And then they like tie it into a triangle shape and they like steam or boil it. And you eat that. It's like very traditional.
Okay. Do you put like sauce on it, or do you put like chilies on it or anything? Or is it just, that's it?
So it depends. Oh, okay. Once again, this is centuries old tradition. It's going to sound really lame, but it depends. I've seen people do like dark soy sauce on their salty zongs. And when it comes to the sweet one's very simple. Sticky rice, some like red bean paste, fold it up, steam it, whatever. And they will accompany it with like a sugar dip. You can dip it in sugar. And there are like a handful of places that actually sell these. I had one over the weekend at Hong Kong Cafe. Was it the best one that I've ever had? No. But it was very nostalgic inducing for me. And like the only other places you can get these things are someone's grandma. My grandma lives in Toronto. I can't get those readily right now. But somebody's grandma, you can also go to 99 Ranch. They have them in like a freezer section. And so that is like, it was the best thing that I've had in a while, memory inducing.
Okay. That sounds good.
This is an emotional aspect for me. I'm putting y'all on Chinese tamales, bro.
Okay, Chinese tamales, sign me up. That sounds outstanding. I've linked the information if you want to try it out at Hong Kong Cafe in our show notes. Hey, before we go, Erica, it's time for our Museum Minute brought to you by Contemporary Arts Museum Houston. And I went there a couple of weeks ago to check out their new exhibit called Out of Stock, which is put on by their Teen Council. So this is all like curated and created by teens. It was so much fun. And to celebrate this outstanding exhibit and the 25th anniversary of the Teen Council program, Contemporary Arts Museum Houston, also known as CAM, which is always free. Don't forget, it is always free, is hosting a 2-day anniversary bash this Friday, June 6th at 6 p.m. and then Saturday, June 7th from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. They're going to have a teen-led fashion show, an art market, clothing swap, a workshop for arts for everybody, and so much more. This is open to everyone, okay? This isn't just for teenagers. This is for kids. This is for adults. Come check it out. And all of these events are free. Go to camh.org. You're going to click on the program tab on the top and then the calendar to get the details for this entire event. It is a treat. It is free. It's fun. You can go eat at one of the places we talked about and then hit up Cam. Erica, this is a plan, right?
Oh, yeah. Let me tell you something. I was an artsy kid when I was in high school. Glad that phase is over. But I was never good enough to be exhibited in a museum like these kids, bro. They are on another wavelength. They have locked in, as the youth say.
They are definitely locked in. So definitely bring your clothes that you want to swap as well. This is my tip for you. A clothing swap is so much fun, right? Like you're picking clothes that you're no longer wearing. And instead of just throwing it into the garbage, bring it and swap with somebody. I have been to a clothing swap before and I have left with some dope vintage tees. And I just traded out stuff that I just don't wear anymore. So that's my tip for you. Bring your clothes that you no longer want and you will find somebody to trade with. It's so much fun.
It's better than Plato's Closet, man. We have all been scammed by Plato's Closet at one point. Sorry to y'all.
Erica, thank you so much for joining me. That was a lot of fun. I'll talk to you down the road, okay?
Sounds good. Thank you so much for having me.
That was Erica Cheng. You can read her work on Quran.com. So how are you feeling about barbecue restaurants these days? Are they too expensive for you, or am I the only one? Send me a voice message or a text by calling 713-489-6972, and we might play it on a future episode. I've also dropped that number in our show notes, along with all of the places and stories we talked about today. And don't go anywhere. In just a second, we've got a segment sponsored by Contemporary Arts Museum Houston. I'm talking to Jack Murillo about their new exhibition, Out of Stock, and how their teen council shaped it. I'm here with Jack Murillo, the Teen Council and Tour Program Coordinator for the Contemporary Arts Museum Houston, or CAM for short. Jack, thanks for joining me.
Thank you. I'm really excited to be here.
I love going to CAM. It's so much fun. And so many people have been telling me about the new exhibition, Out of Stock. Now, this is new, and this year's Teen Council actually shaped the show. Tell me more about Out of Stock.
Yeah, so Out of Stock is a group exhibition of Houston area teen art. And it's curated by a cohort of 14 teens from all over Houston called Teen Council, which is this cohort that the museum employs to help us figure out like how to meaningfully engage and serve teens in Houston. And Out of Stock is a biennial, which means it happens every other year. And this is the 14th iteration of it. It's also happening to mark the 25th year anniversary of Teen Council.
That is so cool. And we're going to learn more about the Teen Council in just a second. But Out of Stock, this exhibit tackles themes around consumption. How did that idea come together and what kind of work came out of it?
The idea came together through several weeks of processing together what it's like to be a teen today. And the teens were talking around a lot of really large ideas, like the feeling of large-scale overwhelm and overstimulation, the warping of the experiences of time, capitalism, trauma, scarcity, our relationship to the environment. All of these different like threads of teen experience, I think pretty naturally landed in this idea of the consumption society and wanting to use this lens to provoke art and also just wanting to engage in this study long term to be able to help articulate this experience at the teen level. So this idea of consumption, I think, was able to provide a baseline language to tackle a lot of these really large ideas.
I want to talk about the Teen Council. As you mentioned, it's the 25th anniversary. What's made this program so special and long lasting? Because that is a huge accomplishment.
When my boss, Felice Cleveland, talks about this, she talks about like how art and contemporary art has always been cool and it's still cool. And I agree with that as something that's like important for teens, you know? And I
Yeah.
think what makes it cool is this kind of spirit that like a contemporary art practice and supporting contemporary art can afford that grants someone a little bit more independence and agency, and this opportunity for authorship, the opportunity to say something, especially when art is taking on this social role of responding to or responding against, intervening or disrupting what is normal. That's something that's really attractive to teens back then. I think is more important for teens today too.
Yeah. Now, for listeners who have not been yet, what can they expect from the exhibition and why should adults check it out too?
Because it's like a teen art show, I think there's like an assumption around that we are platforming something that is naive or like not up to par with like certain standard. The show is really strong. I like at a craft level, but also at an ideas level, I find it so provocative. And I think part of it is coming from this like teen sensibility too. That's something about it that's like edgy and messy and really unafraid for it to be drafted and novel. But at the same time, it's putting forward something really clear, which I really appreciate. So it's not replicating maybe like an MFA, BFA sensibility that's kind of interested in being more complicated or obfuscating itself. So I would say for visitors to expect to be surprised and to expect to be moved also. I love the artist statements in this show. They're just like so thoughtful and coming from a really personal experience while tackling really large ideas. So I think that adults should expect to be surprised and expect to be moved as well.
Sounds amazing. Jack, thank you for being here. Out of Stock is currently on view in CAM's lower gallery through October 19th. CAM is open Wednesday through Sunday. Admission is always free. Check out camh.org to learn more, and I'll have that link in the show notes for you as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Raheel. This is really fun.
That will do it for today. I'm Raheel Ramzanali. Thank you for listening, and I hope you learned something new. All right, Erica, one of the most important lists of the year in all of... That wasn't good. I froze. Here we go.